A Hollywood actress and her husband were both sentenced to 8 years in prison for sexually abusing a young girl. Zara Phythian, who starred in the 2016 Doctor Strange Marvel film and also owns a martial arts school, was found guilty of 14 charges of sexual activity with a juvenile aged 13 to 15 between 2005 and 2008 at Nottingham Crown Court. Stay tuned to find out all the disturbing details along with other Doctor Strange news you don't want to miss. In a very strange twist of events that no one expected, this Doctor Strange star has been jailed for abuse of a child. A Hollywood actress, along with her husband, has been sentenced to prison for assaulting a juvenile girl over the course of 3 years. Zara Phythian, who co-starred in Doctor Strange with Benedict Cumberbatch, plied the vulnerable girl, aged 13 to 15, with rum. According to online reports, the 36-year-old molested the youngster once or twice a month, starting in 2005, and threatened her to keep her silent. Mark, her husband, a 59-year-old martial arts and taekwondo master, had intercourse with the complainant roughly 20 times on various occasions. "Don't come back, I'm burning your stuff," Phythian informed her when she declared she no longer wanted to see the couple. After being found guilty of 14 charges of sexual behavior with a child, the two were sentenced to prison on Monday. Mark was sentenced to a total of 14 years in prison for 4 charges of assault on another girl between 2002 and 2003, while Phythian was sentenced to 8 years for her crimes. Judge Mark Watson said Mark was the driving force behind the abuse and that her husband's influence molded Phythian's deviance. In a strong victim impact statement, the victim got outraged about the couple for taking her innocence and corrupting her growth. "I am now an adult," she continued. "You are now responsible for all of my grief, wrath, disgust, and shame, the two of you." When the abuse began, the teen would frequently visit the couple at their house. She told police she was given rum before being asked if she wanted to play Dares by Zara, who is also a martial arts master. Before asking, the actress began performing a sex act on her husband and demanded the victim do the same. He then took turns having intercourse with them both, according to the girl. Victor asked her to record him and Zara together, she told investigators, and the abuse lasted until she turned 18. "I knew that was bad, but I didn't know how to get out of it or say anything," the once abused child explained. She cried as she explained how investigators visited her home about the second victim, and she eventually divulged what she called her darkest secret. "I would never have come out," the girl said, adding that she expected to die with my shame. But she explained she had recently become a mother and felt she had no choice but to express her truth. In response to one of the accused, Mark stated, "If you're trying to claim I'm a pedophile, I'm not," he added, also claiming he was very offended to be accused. Phythian, who was 19 when she met Mark, said they were into swinging and had documented their sex life with camera frequently. After her part in the Marvel blockbuster Doctor Strange, she was regarded as a major figure who was enjoying unprecedented personal and professional success. When the abuse began, Zara was around 20 or 21, and Victor was 42 or 43 years old. This entire situation has surprised so many people and left people feeling disgusted, but to see justice being served finally for their crimes is great. Now, there are plenty of Doctor Strange Easter eggs you may have missed. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the most recent Marvel Cinematic Universe film, introduces comic book character America Chavez to the MCU, along with a few versions of characters the audience is already familiar with. It also takes the spectator on a whirlwind tour of several universes. While fans have already discovered and examined a number of appearances and Easter eggs, thanks to the multiple trailers for the film, there were still a number of surprises to be found during the course of 2 hours. First up, Wanda's fate had already been written in this Easter egg. Wanda and Wong discovered that Mount Wundagore was never a tomb when they initially arrive. Instead, the Scarlet Witch will be seated on a throne. Wanda glances behind her when the monsters defending Wundagore bow to her, and the audience can see a painting depicting her. When Agatha tells her that there's an entire chapter devoted to her in the Darkhold in the WandaVision finale, Wundagore's painting is the identical depiction of the Scarlet Witch as the one in Agatha's book. The Scarlet Witch is not born, she is forged, Agatha says after that. WandaVision is well connected to In the Multiverse of Madness, but this scene proves that Wanda was destined to be a villain from the start. The Book of Ashanti is the next Easter egg on our list. The film's apparent MacGuffin is a mystical book secreted in several realms by the Stephen Strange who lives there. The book has its origins in Marvel Comics, where it was created specifically to defend a magic user. The book is claimed to have infinite pages, thus America's claim that it may be used for whatever the sorcerer needs, and only good magic. It's also a little of product marketing, as Marvel released The Book of the Vishanti, a magical explanation of the Marvel Universe, in 2021. one. The book also makes references to the Vishanti. The three are magical godlike beings who appear to be the source of magic in Marvel Comics' main reality. They are the ones who bestow their gifts on the first magical practitioners. Following the book, the audience encounters the first Doctor Strange version, who is also an Easter egg. His attire and ponytail pay homage to his time as a member of the Defenders team in the comics, which also included Hulk and Namor. Stephen Strange's watch is up next. Despite its fractured glass face, Stephen's watch has accompanied him to every movie appearance. Fans were previously aware that it was a present from Christine Palmer, but they may have overlooked one interesting element: the arrangement of lines that make up the metalwork for Stephen's Eye of Agamotto and the metalwork for the Great Window of the Sanctum Sanctorum on Bleecker Street are almost identical to the fractures in the glass. Now, Oswald the Rabbit Disney reference also appeared in the film briefly. Did you see it? Wanda first appears in Earth 838 to meet her children while Tommy and Billy are watching cartoons. The youngsters begin to perform a song in an attempt to acquire some ice cream before going to bed. A cartoon depicting Oswald the Lucky Rabbit plays on the TV behind them. Walt Disney designed this character as the company's first mascot. Disney had to build a successor after Universal Pictures took away the rights. After that, Disney produced Mickey Mouse, who is today a globally recognized character. This appears to have never happened on Earth 838, as Oswald is still a popular cartoon. Bruce Campbell's cameo is the next Easter egg on our list. Strange and America arrive at Earth 838, and America takes food from Pizza Papa, a street seller who goes aggressive. After Pizza Papa threatens America and Strange, the hero uses powerful magic to make him punch himself in the face repeatedly. In the last post-credits scene, Pizza Papa reappears, injured but relieved that the spell is gone. This may seem like a random cameo to MCU fans who aren't familiar with Raimi's work, but it isn't. Bruce Campbell, who starred in the Evil Dead franchise and was a frequent collaborator in Raimi's flicks, plays Pizza Papa. In this narrative, Ash Williams is cursed by an evil book that causes him, like Pizza Papa, to assault himself. Next up, Earth's mightiest hero. When America and Stephen hunt for the Doctor Strange of the reality they initially arrive in together, they instead come across a memorial to him, which refers to him as Earth's mightiest hero, a term that is frequently used to describe the Avengers. Of course, they traverse through over a dozen additional universes before arriving at that one. It's hard to tell if they're all meant to be related to comic book realms, although one contains dinosaurs similar to Marvel's Savage Land, and another appears to feature the Living Tribunal. There was also a reference to the Baxter Foundation. The Baxter Foundation funds Christine Palmer and the Illuminati of Earth 838, which is convenient because one of the Illuminati is Fantastic Four's Reed Richards. The Baxter Building was the Fantastic Four's first home and workplace in the comic books. It has housed several scientists in Marvel Comics over the years, and fans have long hypothesized that Avengers Tower might someday become the Baxter Building in the MCU, but this hasn't happened. Last but not least, the musical references. In Multiverse of Madness, there are a couple of brief but noticeable musical references. The motif that appears throughout WandaVision's many themed songs makes an appearance during an early scene starring Wanda and her children, Billy and Tommy. A variant of Alan Silvestri's classic Captain America theme plays as Captain Carter arrives. When professional Charles Xavier first enters the Illuminati rooms in his hover chair, the soundtrack features the renowned theme tune from the animated X-Men TV series, not the X-Men movie theme. So expect that earworm to stay with you for the rest of the day. And there you have it. Everything you need to know about the Doctor Strange stars who have been sentenced to jail after some disgusting acts were disclosed. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.